Hello guys and welcome to Astrology Coaching by Anatoly. Today I decided to make one video that all of you are waiting. This is the video of yearly horoscope predictions 2025 effect or predictions for all zodiac signs. So if you want to know more about your zodiac sign, your ascendant and your moon sign and what to expect in 2025, watch this video. So what we are going to do now, first I'm going to discuss the main transits of the big planets, Saturn, Rahu and Ketu, which are points, but in Vedic astrology we call them shadowy planets because they are the points that causes the eclipse of the sun and the moon, and the transit of Jupiter. After I discuss this information with you, I created some agenda here. I'm going to give you more information how to read your horoscope. I mean, how to listen more correctly this type of general predictions videos in YouTube, because you know that this is general prediction and everything depends on your natal chart. That's why it is really recommended to go to an astrologer, and he or she, they will check your natal chart and they will give you more information. Of course, if you want, you can book a consultation with me on my website. You can find it in the links below. After I give you more information how to read your chart, how to read your horoscope, I'm going to discuss for each ascendant and moon zodiac sign what you can expect. Of course, this is general predictions. And I'm going to repeat again. I know that most of the astrologers in YouTube don't say that. They don't say that, but I have to, because I'm Virgo and I'm very responsible. I'm very responsible person. The general predictions, this is general prediction, and everything depends on your natal chart. Some people can feel the predictions till 100% depending on your natal chart, and some people can feel the predictions 20% if they don't have the right natal chart. Okay, so now we're going to start, and we are going to speak about the big changers. The big changers, these are the planets Saturn, Rahu and Ketu, the shadowy planets, and Jupiter. I call them in my book Vedic Astrology Easy and Simple. You can find it in Amazon. I call them the big changes because whenever they change their sign, they always change the energy. You know, the Saturn is associated with I don't know whether we discussed this on my YouTube channel, but whenever Saturn goes in this zodiac sign, you can expect more hard work, more things to be done, more restrictions. It is like a fat person sitting on a chair. You need Saturn suppress this house a little bit in order this person to work harder, to do the things, things the destiny requires. And then when this person or this zodiac, I mean this person do the things that Saturn requires, Saturn will give the golden fruits of the labor, of the hard work. So whenever Saturn goes, it makes the house a little bit suppressed. You can expect delays, hard work, more limitations and restrictions. Whenever Rahu and Ketu goes, there you can expect events, because these are the places where the eclipses are happening in your chart. So it is important, some kind of events, the karmic events, depending on your natal chart. And whenever Jupiter transits, it gives expansion, again depending on your natal chart. So the first thing that we're going to discuss is Saturn. Saturn on 29th of March will transit from Aquarius to Pisces. What is Saturn? Saturn is responsibility, delay, discipline, hard work, diseases, fear, constructions, restrictions, authority, unprivileged people, elder people. And what is Pisces? Pisces is spirituality. Pisces is other dimension, imagination, artistic people, creativity, traveling, water, ending, forgiveness, hospitals, prison, isolation, expenses, sad people, diseased people, It is associated with laboratory, dark places, hospitals, you know. So there is some common energy between Saturn and Pisces. The desire to help unprivileged people. There is some kind of vibe of pain in order to heal. So I'm pretty sure that Saturn in Pisces can bring a lot of pain in order people to heal. There can be a lot of healing, but you need to work for the healing, you know. There can be some diseases associated with water, or diseases or more diseases, because Saturn is disease. Pisces is associated with hospitals and diseases and sick people and immigration too. So there can be some issues here with Saturn and Pisces energy. There can be pain in order to heal. The other thing, Rahu and Ketu are changing their signs on 29th of May 2025. Rahu goes in Aquarius, as you can see here. 11 means Aquarius, and Ketu goes in Leo. From Virgo, it goes to Leo. What is Rahu? Rahu is material desires, obsession, desire to be the best, desire to be the most successful, illusions, foreigners, foreign cultures, nuclear science, aerospace, the cosmos, and Aquarius is society, technology, new age, new way of thinking, new communication, economy, out of the box, eccentric zodiac sign, big circles, big desires, big money, society, big groups of people. And Rahu feels incredibly strong in Aquarius because Rahu rules Aquarius. So here we can expect Rahu will be very strong. So we can expect gathering, big communication with people, change of society, new technologies, new, especially new discoveries in aerospace, in the cosmos, in the nuclear science. I don't know what is the nuclear. Even nuclear weapon, they can create new type of communication media, new type of nuclear weapons. They can create something, new rockets, for example. Everything associated with nuclear power, with aerospace, the cosmos, the communication. We can expect a lot of discoveries. Ketu is detachment, final liberation, death and rebirth. Ketu is diseases, occult, witchcraft, isolation, loneliness, terrorist attack, aggression, conflicts. It is detachment from the material world. Mars is, I'm not Mars, I'm sorry. Leo is art, love, children, politicians, kings, mantras, heart, children, relaxation. So Ketu has a little bit different energy from the Leo, but one of the nakshatras in Leo, Maga, is ruled by Ketu, and this will be interesting. The other planet is Jupiter. Jupiter will go in Gemini on 14th of May 2025, and on between 18th of October till 5th of December 2025, it will go in Cancer and it will be exalted. So if you have planets around the first degree of Cancer, you can expect really good events. You can check now your chart and see whether you have some planets or some important point in the first degree of Cancer, and you can expect some good events or good energy, good vibe, because Jupiter exalted will become retrograde around around the first degree of Cancer. Jupiter is religion, philosophy, expansion, children, spirituality, wisdom, money, woes, gurus, teaching, preaching. Jupiter gives expansion to the house where it's placed. And Gemini is communication, it's media, it's art, it's humor, it's flirting, it's restlessness, it's short traveling. Gemini is very vibrant zodiac sign, very chatty, very communicative zodiac sign. So definitely 2025, especially after the spring, We will speak about a lot of communication because Jupiter is in the zodiac sign of communication. Rahu is in zodiac sign of communication. So we will have to speak. We have to communicate. This will be important. Now I'm going to discuss the zodiac signs which are really affected by the transits 2025. One of the most affected zodiac sign is Pisces. Let me see if I can show you. Just a second. Okay, just to show you what is going on. This 12 means Pisces. Pisces will be full with planets, especially the first part of 2025. When we're starting even from December 2025. Rahu, I removed, just a second, because I removed Neptune. I removed the big planets. Just a second to add them. Because there is a lot of Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune. They're the outer planets. We check them for big events. Of course, if they are transiting over your natal planets, it is important. But this is general prediction, so I decided to remove them. Neptune will be in Pisces, Uranus is in Taurus, and Pluto is in Capricorn 2025. So even from December, you see Rahu, the north node of the moon, and Neptune are in the first degrees of Pisces. We start with this. After that, this is January and February 2025. You see Rahu and Neptune are together in the first degrees of Pisces. Then you see here Venus is going in Pisces. Then Mercury is going in Pisces. You see here, Mercury is in Pisces. So there is a conjunction between Mercury, Rahu, Neptune, Venus in Pisces. Venus on 2nd of March goes retrograde. Can you imagine? Venus will be exalted and retrograde in Pisces. So if you have planets, especially in the first 10 degrees of Pisces, you will feel there can be a lot of events in your life, especially the first degrees of Pisces, the first degrees of Virgo. It can be a lot of things happening around your life. Then, in the middle of March, Sun is entering the Pisces, and now you see Sun, Rahu, Neptune, Venus, Mercury in Pisces. Venus is retrograde. Mercury on 14th of March becomes retrograde too. So we have two planets that are retrograde, and we have Rahu, Neptune, and Sun. On 29th, Saturn goes in Pisces together with Venus retrograde, Rahu, Neptune, Mercury retrograde. Sun is in Pisces, a little bit far away from this big conjunction here, but still it is in Pisces. So all people who have planets in the first 10 degrees of Pisces, first 10 degrees of Virgo, be careful. I don't know what will happen. There can be a lot of things going on in your life. Everything depends on your natal chart. You see? What a conjunction. And in the whole year, Saturn and Neptune will be together, which is a little bit strange because Saturn is construction, limitation, and Neptune is fog, is spirituality. Neptune is Neptune makes the house unclear, and Saturn wants everything to be clear. This will be a little bit strange energy, to be honest. The other zodiac sign that is very important is, of course, Cancer. Cancer, as you can see, maybe you checked my video about the debilitated Mars. Mars will be debilitated and retrograde and again debilitated till June 2025. So all people who have Cancer or planets in Cancer or they're in the dasha of Mars, you have to expect some events. And the other zodiac sign is Leo, because in July, Mars, you see Mars and Ketu will meet together in Leo, especially around 20th of July 2025. There can be some aggressive acts, events, conflicts, terrorist attacks, assassinations in the whole 2025. When I'm checking, I don't know whether you check my video about Donald Trump and the USA elections 2024, but I said there that Donald Trump has more opportunities to win and to become president, but he needs to be careful the whole 2025 because there is a possibility for terrorist attack and attack over him. Yes, so, and he is ascendant Leo, so I'm pretty sure that he is in danger in 2025. So yeah, these Pisces, Cancer, and Leo are, of course, are really zodiac signs which are very affected by the transits in 2025. And if you have planets in these signs, you have to be more careful. So now I'm going to tell you how you can read the chart, this prediction. First, the most important thing is that we speak about Vedic astrology, which is different from the Western astrology. We're using the sidereal system. The other thing, this is a general prediction. Please keep in mind that your natal chart is the most important thing. Your dasha planets are the most important thing too, and your ashtaka varga points. These are the points that each planet gives in each sign, which is a little bit long story. You don't need to know that. If you need more information, of course, you can go to astrologer, they can give you, but definitely these are general type of videos where we give just the draft of the energy, you know, what you can expect. But if you want to know really what events to expect, you need to go to astrologer to check your chart. These general predictions of this video are based on the transits of Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, and Jupiter. And always check your chart according to your ascendant and according to your moon sign. The ascendant gives physical opportunities, the moon gives karmic opportunities. I don't think it's opportunity, it's karmic events, not opportunity. And before starting with each ascendant, I just want to tell you that you can, if you want a personal consultation, you can check my website. It is in the link below, www.astrology-coaching.com, and you can book a consultation with me, especially at the end of 2024. It is really good time to know what to expect in 2025, what to expect in your career, love, your yearly horoscope, or if you have any other question, you can check my consultation options in my website. It is the best time to go to astrologer, or it is at the end of 2024, I mean the end of the year, or around your birthday. Or of course, if you have some specific questions, this is the other good moment to go to astrologer. I'm pretty sure that I can guide you in the things that you need help. The other thing that you can check my books, I can show you my books. Vedic Astrology is in Simple. You can find it in Amazon, and Nakshatras in Vedic Astrology is in Simple. You can find them in Amazon too. I can share. I can share. This is the nakshatra. This is my nakshatra. Of course, you have to order in the marketplace where you are based. This is the USA, but there in Japan, in Germany, everywhere. This is nakshatras in Vedic astrology. This is Vedic astrology, easy and simple. I have dating journal too, but of course I have to show it. I have many journals, but I don't know whether I show them to you guys. This is the Cowering Gratitude Journal. I have the Spanish version of the Cowering Gratitude Journal too, where you color the gratitude sentences. I have dating journal. Let me show you the dating journal, and I'm stopping. I promise. Where is the dating journal? Okay, this is the dating journal. It is really nice journal because you can assess your dates, and there is test at the end where you give points. It is very interesting, to be honest. I like it. And yes, I have many books. You can check it. You can check them according when you click on my name. But of course, if you're interested in astrology, you can check my online course for beginners too, just to show you my online course for beginners, where you can start learning Vedic astrology. It is the online astrology course. I have 12 hours of video content, 72 lessons. The first 2 lessons are for free preview. I have introduction. I have about zodiac sign, the houses, the planets, the transits. A gift for you. This is mundane astrology information. If you want to know how to see the important events like children, marriage, matchmaking, about the nakshatras lessons, and every time we have tests too. So it's really interesting, and it's not very expensive, to be honest. And it is online astrology course, part of Thinkific. Okay, so now we are going to start with each ascendant. Okay, so now you see this is the first chart. We start with ascendant Aries or moon in Aries. Saturn will go from your 11th house in your 12th house, and Rahu will go from your 12th house in your 11th house. Jupiter will go in your 3rd house, and Ketu will go in your 5th house. Basically, Saturn in the 12th house can give you some lessons related to foreign lands. So you have to, if you want to go abroad, there can be some issues, and you have to fix something, or you have to pay attention to your spiritual side, to your inner world, because Saturn in Pisces, and there are a lot of planets in Pisces. This will require to do more spiritual, to pay attention to your unconscious mind, to pay attention to your inner world, to help other people, to help unprivileged people, to donate. It will be very good. Rahu in 11th house will give you a lot of opportunities, to be honest. Opportunities to find new incomes, opportunities to find new people, to become part of new group of foreigners. Jupiter in 3rd house will expand the house of communication, so you need to communicate. There will be a lot of communication for you, I think. Jupiter in 3rd house, communication. Rahu in Aquarius, 11th house, communication. So communicate 2025. Of course, the energy of the planets are changing in the spring. Then they change their signs, so you have to take this in consideration. Ketu in the 5th house can create some issues with children, with love, romance, dating life. And if you want to have children, you have to be careful. If you have a difficult pregnancy, you have to be careful, because especially around the summer of 2025, because Ketu and Mars will go together in your 5th house, the house of children, and there can be some problems. But definitely Rahu in the 11th house will give you a lot of opportunities to earn more money, to have different resources, sources of income, and meet a lot of different people, definitely. And Jupiter in 3rd house, good opportunities for creating your own business, to create something in your life, to study, to travel more, to be in a good relationship with your siblings and cousins and neighbors. But through communication, you are going to go forward, and you can earn more money. Just you have to pay attention to your spiritual side too, because of Saturn and the many planets in Pisces, especially at the beginning of 2025. Definitely, maybe you will not be interested a lot in love and romance, and you want to achieve your goals. That's why this is what Rahu tells in the 11th house tells me. The next ascendant and moon is Taurus. For Taurus people, Rahu will go in your 10th house, Ketu in your 4th house, Jupiter in the 2nd house, and Saturn will go in your 11th house. This is the best time for earning money because Saturn in the 12th house can give you opportunities for steady growth of your income. Jupiter in the 2nd house will give you a lot of opportunities to expand your savings, and Rahu will give you a lot of opportunities in your career. You can become manager, you can become senior, you can become team leader, or you can achieve many goals in your career. Definitely there can be some issues within your home, issues with your family, something's going on, some things can happen in your home, in your homeland, in your family, problems with the mother or motherly like figure, or problems with the apartment, problems with the car, or you can change the place where you live, you can go abroad for work too. But this is really good time for all Taurus people, Taurus ascendant and Taurus moon sign, to earn money, to expand your savings and resources. But you have to work hard. But for Taurus people, working hard is not so, it's nothing new, right? You're a hardworking zodiac sign. Definitely a good time for your career and career growth and expanding your savings and incomes. Just be careful with this Ketu in your 4th house. The next zodiac sign is Gemini. Just keep in mind that the planets are changing their signs around March, May. So before March, it is good to check the yearly predictions for 2024. And after March, for 2025. Then you can feel the energy of the next year. For Gemini ascendant, Jupiter goes over your ascendant and over your moon sign. Ketu will be in your 3rd house, Rahu in your 9th house, and Saturn in your 10th house. Jupiter over ascendant is really good time for you because Jupiter gives expansion, optimism, and different opportunities. So you have to take advantage of these opportunities and change your life, expand your life, make your fulfill your big dreams. Saturn will give you opportunities in the career. Of course, you have to work hard for them. There can be some restrictions, there can be some hard work requirements, so you need to put the effort in order to grow. And Rahu in the 9th house can give you opportunities to travel, it can give you opportunities to study something, it can to change the way you change your belief system or try something new, something different, expand, communicate with different people. You can create something, you can write a book, especially in Rahu in the 9th house, or write something or create something related to communication or education or belief system or religion. Ketu in the 3rd house can make you more, you have to be careful how you communicate, and you have to be careful how you communicate with your brothers, sisters, siblings, neighbors. There can be some issues there. For all people who have Cancer ascendant, Jupiter goes in your 12th house, Saturn goes in your 9th house, Rahu goes in your 8th house, and Ketu goes in your 2nd house. So here, till May 2025, Jupiter is in your 11th house, the house of money. So this is okay. After May, it goes in Gemini. And then there can be expansion of your expenses. You can start spending more money, especially Ketu in your 2nd house, the house of family, the house of savings, the house of resources, values. There can be problems with your family. There can be some issues there. There can be problems with your savings. So you have to be careful with your savings. Don't spend so much money. Saturn can give you problems with the father, or you have to put some effort in the field of father, in the field of education, in the field of traveling, in the field of the 9th house. So there can be problems with your education, problems with your father. Saturn in the 9th house can make you can make your belief system a little bit more restrictive, can make you feel restricted in some way. And you have to be careful how you express your belief system and your religion too. Rahu in the 8th house speaks about transformations, sudden changes, desire to go to research yourself, to research your inner world, the things that are hidden in yourself. There can be big transformation, but definitely you can earn money through other people's money, or through your in-laws, or through occult psychology. You can meet people from different societies too. And but Ketu in the 2nd house can give you some issues with your family and with your savings. You have to save your money, and there can be issues with your father too. But Jupiter is expansion, and 12th house is foreign lands, foreigners, spirituality, subconscious mind, other dimensions, hospitals, isolation. So these things in your life can expand, and you can receive different opportunities from the foreign lands. But definitely you need to pay attention to the health too, because of Rahu in the 8th house. But this depends entirely on your natal chart. So for Leo ascendant and Leo moon sign, you have very, very important year, because Ketu is over your ascendant. This is very important. Rahu in the 7th house. Jupiter is in the 11th house. From the 10th, it goes in the 11th. And Saturn is in your 8th house. Ketu over ascendant is very important. Ketu is detachment. Ketu will remove everything that is not for you. It will make you detached from the material world, and you have to pay attention to your spiritual inner world. So this is time of finding yourself. And if people or things, or people and things are getting rid, you get rid out of this, of people and things around you. This is a normal process. So if people are going away, if you are losing things, if you are losing resources, for example, they have to go. So Ketu will remove everything that is not required, from that is not functioning in your good anymore. And definitely you have to pay attention to your inner world. You have to read books about psychology, occult. This will help you. You can book a consultation with me. It is good to go to astrologer, because Ketu is astrology in some way. Rahu in the 7th house give you a lot of opportunities for relationship, especially with foreigners. You have to be careful with your health, because Saturn is transiting over your 8th house. And when Saturn is transiting over 8th house, some people have problems with their health, but this depends entirely on your condition of your natal chart. Jupiter in the last few years gives you a lot of opportunities for career, and next year 2025 will give you a lot of opportunities to increase your income and meet many people. Definitely you can create your own business, and there you can find a foreign partners for your business. But be careful with Ketu, especially in the summer, because Ketu and Mars will come together over your ascendant. And if you have planets in Leo, you have to be careful. For all people who have Virgo ascendant or Virgo moon sign, Ketu will go in your 6th house, Rahu in your 12th house, Rahu will go in your 6th house, Saturn will go in your 7th house, and Jupiter will go from the 9th to 10th house. This year, 2025, I think it will be much better than 2024, because Ketu will get away from your ascendant. Now it is over your ascendant, but in after May 2025, it will go in the 12th house. Of course, 12th house is not the best positions, right? 12th house can be associated with hospitals, with prisons, with pain, with detachment, with isolation. So you need to still pay attention to your inner world and your subconscious mind, your spiritual part, spiritual being. But now in 2025, especially after the spring, you are ready to start a new beginning. Rahu in the 6th house will give you new opportunities for job, new opportunities to conquer your enemies, new opportunities to win over every battle that you want. And Jupiter in the 10th house will give you definitely expansion of your career. It is really good time of career growth. Of course, pay attention to your inner world because of the Ketu in the 12th house. If you don't pay attention to your inner emotional world and emotional health, there can be a problems with your physical health. Saturn in the 7th house is specific transit. It can give you a new relationship. It can give you marriage, though, depending on your natal chart, or it can give you spiritual lessons, karmic lessons associated with love and marriage, which can lead to failure, depending again on your natal chart. Everything depends on your natal chart. So depending on your natal chart, you can expect marriage or karmic lessons in your relationship, or serious, I'm speaking too much, or serious relationship. Just a second to drink a little bit of coffee. The next ascendant is Libra. For all people who have Libra ascendant, Rahu goes in the 5th house, Ketu goes in your 11th house, Jupiter in the 9th house, and Saturn in the 6th house. Definitely, Saturn in the 6th house can give you some health issues depending on your natal chart, but it can make you change your diet. It can make you change your daily life. Entirely depends on your natal chart. Ketu in the 11th house tells me that you will need to change the sources of your income. You change your professional circle, your friends, you can change them. Maybe you start to feel irritated by your friends or irritated by your colleagues, and you need to change them. And your focus will be love, romance, and children. You will want to create something. It can be children, it can be something artistic. You can earn money from your speculative business. And Jupiter in the 9th house give you expansion. You can travel, you can study, you can learn more, you can expand your knowledge about religion, about the world, about the spiritual world. You can become guru too, which is interesting. Just you should know that in the next few years, maybe you change your job, maybe you change the source of income that you have, and now it is really good time for having children or create something. For all people who have Scorpio ascendant or Scorpio moon sign, Ketu will go in your 10th house, Rahu in your 4th house, Saturn in the 5th house, Jupiter is now in your 7th, then it goes in May in your 8th house. When I see Saturn in the 5th house and Jupiter till May 2025 in your 7th house, this speaks to me that you can find a serious partner, or even you can have children. Of course, everything depends on your dasha. If you are in the dasha of Jupiter and Saturn, or Saturn, Jupiter, or only Saturn, or only Jupiter, you can expect serious relationship, definitely. And I see Rahu is transiting over your 4th house, which is family, which is the homeland, your home, your land, your mother, your cars. If you have yachts, your luxury goods are related to your home. So definitely, if you have the right natal chart and you are in the right dasha, you can expect to find your serious partner and even have children, especially till May 2025. Between March and May, it is really interesting period for you. Then Rahu will go in your 4th house, Jupiter will go in your 8th house, and Ketu in the 10th house tells me that you need to change your job. Maybe you can go abroad for work too. But definitely you in the next year, 2025, 2026, you have opportunities to change your job for sure. And it is really good time for creating a family. For the next ascendant, Sagittarius, ascendant and moon sign. Saturn goes in the 4th house, Rahu in the 3rd house, Jupiter goes in May in the 7th house, Ketu in the 9th house. So Saturn, I don't know whether I shared this with you, but whenever I see Saturn or Jupiter or Rahu transiting over your second or seventh or fourth house, it always gives me hints that this person can create family and can expand their family. Definitely, this is a good time for you guys to create family. Saturn in the fourth house transiting, Jupiter in the seventh house. Definitely, it is possible to find a serious relationship where you can build a family. Some people can have issues in their family because of Saturn, but depends entirely on your natal chart. There can be some karmic lessons associated with the fourth house: mother, family, happiness, home, lands, cars. Rahu in the third house will give you a lot of opportunities to communicate. You can create your hobby, a business from your hobby. There can be some opportunities for coming from your cousins, siblings, but you can create blogs. You need to communicate online with people, or any type of people. There can be problems with your father. There can be problems with your education. There can be problems with traveling, with your you can have a little bit strange belief system, or you can start believing in something that is more unorthodox than normal. But definitely communication, you can want to create something. You can even write a book. Why not? Because of Rahu and Ketu in the ninth, third house. Ninth and third house are associated with traveling and communication, education. Third house is more daily communication. Ninth house is more high communication. But Jupiter in the seventh house, Saturn in the fourth house tells me that you have opportunities associated with family and serious relationship. For all people who have Capricorn ascendant or Capricorn moon sign, Rahu goes in your second house, Saturn in the third house, Ketu in the eighth house, and Jupiter in the sixth house. Basically, when I see Ketu in the eighth house, this tells me that you have to be careful with what you are doing, or how you drive your car. There can be a lot of transformation, death and rebirth. There can be some accidents. The good news is that Jupiter is in the sixth house, the house of health. And this helps because, for example, you fall on the stairs, but Jupiter will help you and you will not break anything, you know? Jupiter in the sixth house brings opportunities, gives blessings on your health, on your daily life, and you have more optimism in your daily life. But just be careful, especially around summer of 2025, because Ketu and Mars will be in your eighth house, especially if you have planets in Leo. Be careful. There can be some problems and transformation and accidents, and be careful. Of course, Ketu in the eighth house speaks that you can heal from the pain that you couldn't heal from your past too. Saturn in the third house, this is the house of efforts. Third house is the house of efforts. Saturn is the planet of effort. So if you put effort in, no matter what, you will gain from this effort. So if you want to create business, now is the moment. Because third house is the house of business. If you want to make something work, you have to put the effort, and Saturn will give you the golden fruit of your effort. Rahu in the second house speaks that you can have you can increase your family, you can increase your resources, your savings. So it is really good for increasing your resources. For all people who have Aquarius ascendant, this is a very important period for you guys, because Rahu is over your ascendant, will be over your ascendant. Saturn goes in your second house, Jupiter in the fifth house, and Mars and Ketu will be in your seventh house. So definitely Rahu over your ascendant will make you more egoistic. You need to change yourself. There can be a change of the way you look, change of your life, change of your perceptions. Rahu makes Rahu and Ketu over your ascendant and descendant. Always it's more karmic period, because Rahu makes you the eclipses are over your ascendant. This is what I mean, and over your seventh house. And this is important period for you guys. There can be some breakups with your spouses. There can be some problems with your marriages because of the Ketu in the seventh house. So you have to take this in consideration. The good news here is that Jupiter is transiting over your 5th house, the house of children. So this can bring a lot of love, romance, dating life, children, if you want children, and especially if you're in the dasha of Jupiter, or if you have many planets in Gemini, you can expect to have children. Why not? Saturn in the 2nd house, Jupiter in the 5th house speaks to me that you can create family. Just you have to be careful with not to be big egoist. Egoist, is this egoistic? Not to be egoistic, because Rahu will make you think only about yourself, because you need to change something. You need to make something with your life, because Rahu will make you different, will make you think about yourself, because Rahu wants to change you in some way. And Ketu, and if you don't pay attention to your spouse, if you don't pay attention to the people you love, to your partner, there can be separation. Saturn in the 2nd house can bring steadily growth of your savings. This is a good news for you. And the last ascendant is Pisces. Pisces, Saturn is over your ascendant. If you are moon Pisces or moon Aquarius or moon Aries, you are in Sadesati. If you want to know more about Sadesati, you can book a consultation with me, or you can check my video about Sadesati. This is very karmic period. So Saturn is over your ascendant, Rahu is in the 12th house, Ketu is in the 6th house, Jupiter is in the 4th house. You have to be careful with your health. Saturn over your ascendant, especially over your ascendant. If it's over your moon, if you have moon in Pisces, you have to be careful with your mental and emotional health. Rahu in the 12th house, Ketu in the 6th house can bring problems with your health. But on the other side, it can bring changes in your daily life. You may travel a lot, to go to a foreign place, communicate with a lot of foreigners. Just you have to be aware that Saturn will give you a lot of responsibilities in your life. And you need to learn how to enjoy life again, because Saturn will make you a little bit dry. And remember that at the beginning of 2025, if you have planets around the first 10 degrees of Pisces, you have to be careful, because there are a lot of planets going on over your ascendant if it's before the 10th degree of Pisces, or over your planets in Pisces. And this is important period in your life. Jupiter in the 4th house is really good transits. You can expand your family, you can buy a new home, you can find happiness, you can find inner peace, which is very important thing. So Jupiter, while Jupiter is in your 4th house, I believe that you will not feel a lot the transit of Saturn over your ascendant, because Jupiter will give you more optimism in your life. And 4th house is one of the most important houses in the chart. But definitely be careful with your health and how you communicate with your colleagues, with your enemies, especially in the summer of 2025, because Ketu and Mars are conjunct together in the summer of 2025, and this can bring issues. So yeah, these were for all ascendant and for all moon signs. I hope this was useful for you guys, and I hope you liked it. If you want to learn Vedic astrology, you can check my online course for beginners. If you want to have more detailed predictions about 2025, you can book a consultation with me on my website, www.astrology-coaching.com. All the links are in the video below. So you can read my books about Vedic astrology, my gratitude journal, my dating journal assessment book. They're very interesting. You can check them in amazon.com. And yeah, that is everything from me. I hope you like this video, and see you soon. Bye bye.